What's up, everyone? Tiger Stacker here. We all know about the gold-silver ratio, but what is the gold-silver ratio, otherwise known as the GSR? It is a way to evaluate what you want to buy, sell, or keep. In the past and currently, we get approximately 7 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold, but that's not what the marketplace is. And for many years, it was a 15-to-1 ratio. 15 ounces of silver equaled 1 ounce of gold. Also, that's not what it is in the marketplace. The gold-to-silver ratio is currently being looked at by those of us in the stacking community as a helpful way to determine purchasing, selling, or trading gold and silver products. When the GSR is below 60, buying gold is more advantageous, or selling your silver to get an equivalent dollar figure of gold is more advantageous. When the GSR is above 80, that means silver is severely undervalued, and buying silver is more advantageous, or if you wish, selling your gold to buy silver in a trade is more advantageous. I want to teach you my version of it. This video is recorded on July 2nd, 2024, and I could use Kitco, but from the very beginning I've always used AppMix. I keep that standard just to not confuse myself as I look through the history of prior spreadsheets. But I always keep in mind that AppMix is a higher dollar figure than what Kitco is. So, as of this date, the gold to silver ratio has to be calculated on these values. So you see the values of gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. You can see that I have 2 grams of platinum, 1 gram of palladium. I don't buy anymore. It just forces me to watch the spot price and determine later if I ever want to go into this arena. If you look at the gold to silver ratio for a spot price as of this date, you can see we're at 77.45, still indicating that it's a little bit better to buy silver and maybe not so wise to convert silver to gold. Keeping in mind that anything at 60 or below is a good reason to either convert to gold or buy gold over silver. So I also look at the retail price of the American Gold Eagle and the retail price of the American Silver Eagle. The retail price of the Gold Eagle is $105 premium, which is a 4% premium. The Silver Eagle is $7.50 of a premium, which is 25%. When you put the gold to silver ratio for Gold Eagle to Silver Eagle ratio, you are looking at 64.89, indicating that if you wanted to buy eagles, it is better to buy the Gold Eagle 1 ounce over the Silver Eagle 1 ounce. I then took it one step further, and even though the Silver Buffalo is a round, not a coin, it is the most common round, so therefore I use that as a mile marker. If you take the American Gold Buffalo price at a price of $128.59, it's a 5% premium, a little bit more pricey than the Gold Eagle. The Silver Buffalo round is a $4.48 premium, which is 15%, which is better than the Silver Eagle. Imagine that. But when you look at the Gold Buffalo to Silver Buffalo ratio, you're looking at 71.19, indicating that the Gold Buffalo is a little bit better of a buy than the Silver Buffalo round, almost to the same level as the generic price of silver to gold ratio. So if you were looking at buying straight gold buffalo to silver buffaloes, it's just a little bit better to buy the Gold Buffalo. If you're going to buy the Gold Eagle to Silver Eagle, it is better to buy the Gold Eagle than to buy the Silver Eagle. And you might even do well if you sell your Silver Eagles. The next thing I look at is 40% Kennedys. I use this website by typing into Google junk silver melt calculator, and I prefer this website over the other ones because it will give you more nickels, multiple forms of dimes, quarters, halves, silver dollars, 40% Eisenhowers, 40% Kennedys, and if you wanted, American Silver Eagles, but I don't use that. I fill out all the other blanks. And in this case, you can see that the 40% Kennedy is at $4.49. So taking that into effect, $4.49 divided by 2 gives me the price of a 40% quarter. I collect 40% quarters, usually because I'll get them as a set of 40% Ikes, 40% Kennedys, and 40% Washington quarters. They still have 40% silver in them. They're not that frequent, but I like to keep in mind what the stack is. So I have the math here converted, which then gets added to my constitutional calculations. It doesn't change it by much because you don't find that many quarters, but it does change it. The point I'm trying to make is the gold and silver ratio. I also look at the value of goldbacks, and currently they're at $4.87. When goldbacks first started off, they were at $2 for every one goldback. When I first started buying them, they were $3.67 for each goldback. I'm a firm believer in fractional, whether it is dimes, fractional silver, fractional gold, and even more so in gold, the goldbacks. I don't see them as a primary source of stacking, but even though that they are a higher premium, what other metal product has given you a price range of $2.87, which is a 243.5% increase in price? What other metal product has given you that? That's one of my major arguments for people who don't like goldbacks. Show me another metal product that has given you that much of an increase in performance. Now, I'm not interested in using them as investments. I'm interested in using them as the pawn in my chess game for SHTF. So what I'm trying to get you to see is that I plan to use goldbacks like I plan to use fractional dimes, even fractional Ikes, fractional 40% Kennedys, fractional 40% quarters, and even, yes, fractional 35% war nickels. So when you see merchant number 1, they understand constitutional. They'd be willing to barter and trade for constitutional. Merchant number 2 doesn't understand constitutional and thinks you're trying to scam them when you present them with constitutional because they don't understand silver versus cloud. Merchant number 3 might say, I don't want to deal with any silver. I want your gold. Well, I'm not giving them a hunk of gold for small purchases like a basket full of fruits and vegetables. This is where the goldback is my pawn on the chessboard. And although I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not telling you what to do. I do me, you do you. But personally, I see this as a prime gold option in your armamentarium under SHTF. Most of my goldbacks are singles. I've got a few 5s, 10s, 25s, and 50s. So I hope you can see where I use the gold-silver ratio more than just the standard spot price, but also for eagles, for buffaloes, which can also be used to interpret for rounds, in my decision-making for what I am thinking about buying. I hope this video has helped you. Please leave comments below and let me know what you think. See you on the next one. You like this video? Great. Check out these two. I think you'll enjoy them just as much.